Hello, everybody. Welcome on in. Come on in. Come on in. Thank you for joining another episode of Rich Chick 360 Life and Business, where we interview entrepreneurs so that they can share their wisdom, their nuggets, and their experiences with other entrepreneurs so that we can all grow in this journey together. So, as you guys are coming on in, please feel free to say hello. Tonight, I have a very special guest, Ms. Tre Chelle Lee. She is going to tell you all about the amazing business that she has going on, products and services, all of that. And then we'll just get into the conversation. But before that, just come on in and share this out, please. We are a community of women entrepreneurs. So if you yourself are a entrepreneur, or if you're thinking about becoming an entrepreneur, go ahead and hit that like button so that we can stay connected and that you can just receive the resources and the tools that you need to successfully start and grow your business as well. Okay. And you never know who is on your timeline, who is secretly wanting to start their business. So by you sharing this out, just might be like a major, major blessing. And again, for those who don't know me, I am Monica Matthews Smith, owner and CEO of Rich Chick 360, and I'll be your host for tonight. And so I'm going to first go ahead and share this out to my page. And as I'm doing that, I want to also remind you guys that this episode, along with all of our episodes, are loaded onto our Rich Chick 360 podcast. So if you follow podcasts on Apple Podcasts, on Google, Breaker, Pocket Cast, and wherever else you view your podcast, go ahead and search for Rich Chick 360 and follow us, because besides these interviews, we also have other trainings and tips and resources and conversations surrounded around women in business and startup entrepreneurship. Okay. And then also, if you are on YouTube, you can follow our YouTube page. And if you're on IG, Instagram, we are over there as well. So let me figure out how to do this, because sometimes for my personal page, it acts like it doesn't want to. Let me see. Let me share. All right, guys. And Tre Chelle, did you see it?
I
Did it
do
pop up
see it.
for you? You got
Yes,
it?
it
Okay.
did.
Okay. Awesome. 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 Well, as long as you got it, then I'll share it out to my page a little bit later. But all right, guys, let's hop on into it. I'm going to introduce to you Tre Chelle Lee. Tre Chelle is a business manager, a business strategist, a spiritual coach, a yoni practitioner, and an educator. She is 24 years old, or young, I should say, and her spot is named Leone Spa. I had it right before we got on camera. See,
That
Leone
was right though. You
Spa
got it.
and business services. She provides through her company Cherries Business and Marketing Services. She was born in New Orleans, shout out to Louisiana. And then after Katrina, she now resides in Humble, Texas. And she loves listening to music, meditation, and steaming. And we're going to talk about why that's important too, just a little bit, because I want you to give the sisters a little bit of a background, because some people just might not know like what that is. So we'll touch on that. And she loves to educate, and she loves to, or she feels that knowledge is the key. And she also feels that if you have knowledge, you should share it. I love it. So welcome, Tre Chelle. Thank you for taking your time out to be here with us. Welcome, welcome.
Thank you for having me. First of all, I'm excited to be here.
You are welcome. You are welcome. So I know that you're busy, so let's hop on into it. First of all, tell people a little bit more about your business and what types of products and services you offer.
So I do own two businesses. I co-partner with my aunts with Leone Spa. That was my first business that kind of got me into per se entrepreneurship, like full time entrepreneurship,
Okay.
where I had to start from beginning to end with DBA, LLC, and just trying to figure out all the ins and outs of everything.
Okay.
Promoting and just website. I literally did everything. So I learned a lot. And while
Yeah.
learning a lot, doing that business, it pushed me to actually create Charisse Business and Marketing Services. And so that business definitely has been my baby technically because it's
Okay.
my first business on my own.
Okay.
But it definitely helped me to um, help other businesses. I wanted to not only just help businesses in general, but I definitely wanted to help Black owned businesses who were just starting out or just were like, I have all these ideas, but I don't really know what to do with them. So I definitely am a business strategist where you can just tell me anything and I'll run with it. We can start on a low budget, we can go up to a higher budget. I really work with what you have.
Okay.
And I definitely think that that is key because a lot of business owners, we start off with our own money. It's not, any loans or you don't get like family help or anything like that.
Right.
It's literally all you. So
Right.
you
That's
pretty
right.
much foot the bill the first couple of years.
Okay.
And
Okay.
so by learning that, I just was like, let me just help other businesses do exactly what I needed. And I always go by two things. You either have to um, have the money to do what you need, or you have to have the time. So those two things definitely coincided with my business, but definitely helped me to push other people in that same direction because you only need those two things, time or money.
Love it. Love it. And I think that is so true. So before we go any further, how can people get more information or just get in contact with you?
So on Facebook, you can pretty much contact me through Leone Spa website, or you can
Okay.
contact me at Cherie's Business and Marketing. I run both pages, so I'm always
Okay.
on either or. You can also contact me at Cherise, which is Charis,
Okay.
business and marketing at gmail.com with any type of questions regarding business wise, regarding websites or anything like that. And then you can also call me at 832 with any questions as well, or text me as well.
Love it. And then at the end, we'll make sure that your information is in the comment section too.
Okay.
Okay. So that people can just go right there. And so now you touched on your motivation for starting your business and your marketing services, but now what was the motivation or how did you get into starting your spa?
So the spa was definitely something that I went after looking for my own health benefits.
Okay.
I struggled at a young age since I first started my cycle, and I had cyst. I had
Okay.
just didn't know that you could have a cycle without pain. And
Mm,
I just lived that life to where at the age of 20, my doctor finally said, okay, do you want to have a hysterectomy? And I'm like, yeah, let's do it. And
mhm.
my mom's like, but you're too young. You haven't had any children yet. You're not married. Like, how can you just give it up? And I'm like, I'm just tired. Like,
Yeah.
that's the
Yeah.
only way that I
Yeah.
could put it.
Yeah.
And so I literally went into a yoni spa, and my mentor at this time, named Anisha, she definitely was the person who pushed me to do this as a business because I didn't know that yoni spas were even a thing or that you could
Right.
have this type of business. I just thought that it was, something I was just going to find or figure out for myself personally. But then once I learned that I could actually help other women heal or even heal spiritually, because it definitely is an eye opener and it's definitely something that is a journey when you yoni steam. It's something that you may start off doing as just health purposes, and then you find out that you had some emotional healing that you needed to go through from back then, from your childhood, or even something that you just went through, a divorce, or even having a miscarriage or anything. Like, women go through a lot. We are pretty much the backbone of the family. And we definitely don't speak out a lot about what, hurts us. We kind of just help hold that inside, and we just kind of just keep loving and nurturing everybody else and just keep giving, giving, giving. But then when it comes to yoni steaming, it's something that you do for yourself. It's something that you do for self-care. It's something that you do for, like I said, healing, or just to get out, you know. And it's something that definitely is fun. I will say that it's not something an experience that you've had at any other spa. So I just ended up doing it, and I saw that my cycles changed. I had my first cycle without any pain, and I was like, what is this? Like, this is actually a thing. Like, you can have a cycle with no pain. And I literally just it just literally changed my life in so many ways, and I've actually healed a lot from some things that I didn't even know that I needed to heal from. I just thought I was okay. I've started a business. I'm all good. But we all
Yeah.
have things that deep down we don't know that we're struggling with, or that we try to push to the side, like I said.
Right. Wow. Well, first of all, I want to say congratulations for just stepping out and doing what you just felt led to do. Because, like you said, so many women, especially African American women, we suffer a lot with menstrual cycles and um, fibroids and cramps and just all kind of different inflammation type of conditions in our uterus. And so somebody might not even be aware of what yoni is. And so I'm just, just kudos to you for doing that. And then also for stepping out at such a young age, because I know in my 20s, I wasn't even thinking about, yeah, I also had painful periods too, but it was far from my mind of just trying to find a solution that can not only help myself but that can help others too. So that's
Yeah.
awesome. And so whether it's to start a business that's in your industry or in a different, what like three pieces of advice would you give to just a new entrepreneur who has a vision or who even just might have an ideal and they want to step out and just see where it leads? What advice would you give them?
I would one say step out on faith, because that's the one thing that you have to have is faith. And if you are not a person that has like a faith base or anything like that, it doesn't matter. It literally just means you just have to take the leap, and just believe in yourself. Because if you don't believe in yourself, then no one else will. You have to have the confidence, would be the second thing, because lacking confidence in yourself will definitely show in your business. And that's something that I definitely learned along these years, because people would always tell me like, say what you mean and don't change it. Like, don't try to misconstrue or change it so that people feel like they can relate to you a little bit more, or that you can actually get them to be a partner with you, or be a client. Don't do that. You said what you said and keep it as that. And I said, well, I never thought about it like that. But I would definitely say confidence and faith. The third thing would definitely be to just not always think about the people that you have around you now, because sometimes they may not be there. The people that you grow in business with are sometimes the people that you end up being with later on in life. Those become your friends, or even, like I say, business buddies. We're definitely there for each other in every single way. So don't look at it as like a loss. You look at everything as a gain, but something that you have to, let go to get there. So I will definitely say just take on whatever people that come along in this journey, especially in business.
Awesome. And so, along with that, would you say that there are certain types of mindsets that an entrepreneur should possess? Like, what type of headspace does, or would you recommend that, if somebody is thinking about stepping out, that they really need to get their mind ready for X, Y, and Z, or how can they mentally prepare?
Mentally, I think that you will never 100% be ready. It's just something that you have to just step out and do, like I said, on faith. But one of the things that I can definitely say is to have at least one person business wise that you know that you can go to and talk to and just either vent or get that business idea out with. Because if you don't have that person, then it's kind of like, yeah, you have all these ideas in your head and they're just going and stirring. And you're like, okay, but how do I, is this really the right idea, or how do I really get this out? And no, they may not be able to help you, but they may say one thing that helps you go to the internet and find exactly what you need. So just having one person in your corner to help you support yourself, and whether that even be a friend, if it's a family member, no matter who it is, you may even meet them today or tomorrow, and then all of a sudden y'all are definitely just joined at the hip, and you can kind of go to that person and talk to them business wise.
Yeah, love it, love it. And so we know that as an entrepreneur, there are ups and downs, highs and lows. What would you say has been maybe one of your challenges that you overcome in your business, and what lessons did you learn from those, from that single incident?
One incident that I can say is me not being, like I said before, strong on what I said. I would kind of, I'm a real people pleaser basically. And
Okay.
so I was just like, okay, well, I have these clients come in, I'm having all these people up under my wing, and it's kind of like, okay, you know that in customer service you have to please your customers. The customers are always right. But you have to start out with a good foundation, is what I would say. You, when you are going into business, you need to start out with a good foundation, meaning have whatever bylaws you need to have in place, have whatever rules that your business needs to stand on, or what your um what do they call it? Your mantra that your business runs on. You need to have that when you go into your business. Really think about those things. Think about your business name. Think about all the things that mean something in business. Because when you tell somebody your name, they often ask, what is the backstory behind that? So kind of really think about what you really want to do. Because I came into Leone Spa not really knowing what I really wanted to do. I just knew I wanted to help women. I just wanted to help them heal, and I just wanted to steam. That's all I wanted to do. But I didn't know that I was going to step into a path of where I started using crystals and things like that, and starting to meditate. Like, what's meditating? I never knew what it was. Like, I heard about it, but it wasn't something that I actually, you know, did, or I actually took the time to pay attention to. So I will say, just stand strong on what you um, come into your business with. And when you say something, definitely mean it, no matter whether it's a client or someone that is a potential client of yours.
Awesome. And so you mentioned that one of the reasons why you started is to, just help other people heal. But are there other things that motivate you as well to keep going in your business?
Yes. So one of the things that helps me and motivates me to keep going is my mother. I She lost her 14-year long battle to brain cancer last year. And so I saw how hard she just worked in life, no matter what it was. She had three kids and she provided for every last one of us, and she did not deter away from that. She didn't ever run away from her job, even though, her brain cancer did get into the way of her mental abilities most of the times. But she always was a provider, and even towards the end she did everything for me. And so that is definitely one of the things that I hold on to today, and I stand by it. She is definitely one of the things that just keeps me going. And so I definitely hold that close to heart. And so having something that helps you to keep going definitely helps.
Awesome. And so, with all of that, we all have our different definitions of success. What would you say is your definition of success?
So my definition of success would be to just keep going, because you may start off with one business plan and it may turn into something totally different. And you go on this, literally entrepreneurship is just like a roller coaster. It's literally long nights crying and just pulling out your hair, but at the end of the day, you're just like, I did it. Like, you
Yeah.
can look back at yourself and just say, I succeeded, no matter if it was a the initial goal that you had, or if it was the second goal that you made and you pushed through it and you got that done. No matter what it is in business, it's all about getting at least one of those goals done, because that is what keeps us going, and that's what the drive is all about. It's really about kind of the hustle and what you can achieve as a person.
And I love that you said that because that is so real. And I think, we always say social media makes it look like entrepreneurship is just super easy. Like you just have a product idea or a business and you put it out there and just get like tons of sales. But we know it is far from that. So
Yes.
thank you for saying that because it hurts me like when I just see entrepreneurs who are just starting off get super discouraged and I'm like, no, boo, that's part of the process.
Yeah.
Like it's okay, it's okay. And so now, if you can go back into history and like have dinner, sit and like just sit down and talk to one person, who would it be?
I think the person that I would want to sit down and have dinner with would be my grandmother,
Okay.
because I was told that she was just one of those people that had nothing but business in her. She was a go getter, and I hear all these stories now that are coming up about her and how she has real good tips and tricks, to things. And so I'm like, okay, maybe I don't need to have, a professional person or a president or anyone. I need to actually sit down and talk with someone who's more like minded with me and who knows what I actually want.
Yeah. Awesome. And so, would you say that your grandma is also one of your greatest inspirations, or who would you say is if it's somebody else?
She is one of my greatest inspirations. I can say that she was my first inspiration before my mother came along. She definitely was one of the people that I looked up to 100%. She had two daughters and she worked, up until she couldn't. And she, even at the end, had, her little wits about her. And she definitely inspired me to do a lot, I will say.
Awesome. Awesome. And so now, what would you say is your favorite part of being an entrepreneur and just having your two businesses? What is your best part? Is your favorite part?
My favorite part is meeting new people and just helping them, literally meeting new people, getting to hear their story and where they are at the moment and where they're trying to be is definitely something that I love to hear. And just me being a part of that journey and just helping them along in that is something that I love. You calling me a year from now saying, girl, I did it. We started a year ago, and now I have all these people that are behind me, and it's just did a whole 360. Like, I love that about business.
Yes, it can be super rewarding. And I'm sure like since you have, kind of two industries, your business industry, and then also like would you say that your spa is in like the well-being, health and wellness industry? So I'm sure that like you're helping people and like blessing lives on both of those ends. So I can see that being super rewarding. And so now what would you say, Trishelle, has been like a major contribution to your personal success to where you are today?
One of my biggest or greatest contributions would be my aunt. I would
Okay.
definitely say that, because we definitely started Leone Spa together. Leone Spa is definitely a family owned business.
Awesome.
We started out with two different stories, but we ended up on the same path, basically. And she has helped me along the way in so many ways. Till I just always am grateful for her, and I'm thankful that she is my business partner. And that I can always go to her with my ideas, and she's like, "Hold on, like." I hear you, but we gotta slow down here. Give me some time. So I'm like the brains, and she's like the okay. we got to think about this a little bit more strategically
Uh-huh.
sometimes when it comes to the spa. Cause I'm just like, okay, we got to go with full force. And she's like, hold on, give me a minute. So that's how it goes on the spa aspect of things, because my businesses are like two total opposites, kind of. But I do certifications when it comes to Charisse as well. So I do certify in yoni steaming and yoni egg classes. So it's kind of like they still go a little bit hand in hand, but then again they don't, because I do the business aspect of things.
Yeah.
So she just has always pushed me and told me, I'm definitely proud of you. Like, you never give up on anything. You went out and you said you were going to be a CNA. You did that. You conquered it, and you worked your butt off for 3 years. And now
Yeah.
you have your business and you're able to sit back and relax. So I thank her for even helping me to have that dream and be able to be a real entrepreneur at 24.
Love it. And that goes back to what you were saying previously. Like it's good to have somebody in your corner, who supports you. And then it sounds like it's also good to have that sounding board, somebody who you can go to like with your ideals, and then they can kind of, be kind of like the, what do you call it? That filter maybe,
Yes.
or the brakes. I get it. Trust me, I get it. And so now, since I mean, you've done so many amazing things, but what would you say is like one thing that you are most proud of that you could just pat
Um,
yourself on the back?
the one thing I think I can say that I'm most proud of is starting my second business.
Okay.
Um, because I didn't think that I would be having a second business by the age of 24. But I do. And the fact that it has taken off the way that it has, and I just see how much God has in store for me, because I keep hearing all these things and I keep seeing all these visions, and I'm like, okay, I see them coming. I just got to be patient. So I definitely am very, very proud of myself for, accomplishing having a second business and being able to just give back and help others as much as I was helped, along in my first business.
Awesome, awesome. And then I just wanted to kind of pause and a reset here for those who might just be joining in. I am talking with Miss Tre Chelle Lee. She is owner of Cherry's Business and Marketing Services. Right, I said that
Yes.
right. And then also Leonie Spa here in Humble, Texas. And yeah, she's telling us how she has started her business and some of her lessons learned along the journey. If you are not yet following Richie 360, go ahead and hit that like button. Also, guys, I will post the link in the description or yes, of this video, and follow us on our email list, and then that way you will get information on events that we have, trainings. If you are a female entrepreneur who is just starting out in business. And so, Tre Chelle, I know at the beginning I listed some of your hobbies that you told me about, but when you're not running your two businesses and doing all of the things that you do, what are some of the things that you enjoy doing outside of business?
Music is definitely one of the things that I do. I switch up my genres and the type of people that I
Okay.
listen to. I definitely have a broad um, listening ear for music. And I definitely love to meditate. That's one of the things that I've picked up within the last 2 years, 3 years. But I've been going very, very strong this last year in 2020 with, dealing with the things that 2020 came with. It was a hard year for everybody, and we all had to find something that kind of get us through this year. And meditation definitely was one of those things for me. And then lastly, I will say faith, because without God and being able to have at least online church or some kind of inspiration throughout the day, or even just a gospel song that someone may send me, like I need that encouragement and that motivation. So those are definitely some of the hobbies that I have, and I love to do.
Awesome. And so now, would you mind sharing with us maybe like one thing that you might do in your meditation? Like somebody might want to get into meditating, but just not know, what is all involved. So if you don't mind sharing, like what's one of your favorites for meditating?
So one of my favorite things, which I actually just started doing, I didn't know I loved to do this until I did it, which is to go outside, like before the sun comes up, and just literally sit there and let the sun hit my face. And just listen to the outside, like not having any beats on or any music. Some people do have to have music or beats, and sometimes I am one of those people when I get into my yoga and I'm like, okay, meditation, then yoga, we're going to do beats at the end of it. So you definitely can, and yoga doesn't have to just be silence because some people don't do good with just silence. So that's why I say music. If you literally are one of the people that just loves music, music is a form of meditation too. You can literally just put on your favorite playlist and just tune out and zone out and just be with yourself and just think. And that is definitely a form of meditation as well.
Love it. And is there like a time frame that you recommend, like for 10 minutes, 5 minutes, or does it just depend on the person?
It really depends on the person, especially with starting out, because some people don't have. If you're like me, I'm kind of like I have ADHD, and I'm like
Okay.
I can't sit still for this long, and like it took me a little while, to be able to sit there for like 15 minutes and then 30 minutes, and now that I've gotten to where I can sit here for like an hour, 2 hours, and I'm just like, where'd the time go? Like I didn't even realize that I've been out here that long, and now kids have come outside and they're looking at me like, what is she doing? So I literally have really gained, confidence in meditation, where I do offer that as well as a tool, to help people with just day-to-day release, because we do put on a lot, men and women, not just women. Men hold on to a lot as well, and they definitely have to hold families together and stay quiet too about a lot of things. So meditation is definitely something that men often, I've learned, do as well. So if you're a
Awesome.
man that does meditation, you can let one of your friends know.
Y'all heard it from the spa owner herself. Men need it too. And so now, Trishelle, where would you say that you see you and your companies in like the next 5 or 10 years?
So the spa, I definitely hope to have in 5 years my third location. Um,
Yay.
because I definitely am hoping by 2022 we have a second location.
Get it, girl.
So I am definitely hoping that we can just prosper and grow. And then with Charisse, I just want to help as many businesses as I can. Like I am really just out to help with websites, DVAs, LLCs, whatever you just need to do business wise. I'm here
Yeah.
for it. Like I love to just go out and find the information. If I don't know it right then and there, I'm gonna go find it. And I have a lot of people in my arsenal where we are a team and we definitely work together and share information. And that is definitely key when it comes to business, sharing information and definitely teaching those, not just holding on to the information or even
Right.
just giving it up for a price. Because sometimes I even offer things where I'll give one business, a business page or something for
Yeah.
free, just because I love giving back to people.
Love it.
And at the end of this, I definitely will be doing a giveaway for the people so that they will
Yay.
actually have
Okay.
something to look forward to at the end of this.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, thank you. Yes, I'm sure our people out there would so appreciate that. And so as we wrap up, what sacrifices would you say as a business owner you've had to make in the last few years to just build and to get to the place where you are today?
I think the main sacrifice that I had to give up was family, and friends, because you really, as a business owner, you don't get to have as much of a free time, or you don't get to go to all of the parties that you're invited to, or all of the events that you may be invited to. As much as you want to RSVP, you can't go. You have to put in those late hours, or sometimes you are going to events and then you're like killing yourself
Right. Yeah. Oh wait, I think we lost you for a second there, Giselle. Let me
Can you hear me
see.
now?
Okay, yep, we're good.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't hear myself for a minute. I was like, I don't know.
I was like, well,
Um,
maybe.
so what I was saying was, you or what was the last thing you heard?
Girl, balance. I saw your lips move, so
Balance.
I was reading what you were saying, but I heard balance.
So what I was saying was finding a real balance with family, friends, and business. Because in business, you definitely sometimes you are able to make some events or make some parties, but then you're kind of like you have that deadline that you were supposed to meet for yourself, and you have to kind of just stay up, drink your coffee or drink your monster and get through that night. And it was tough, but you made it. So it
Right.
is a lot of sacrifice as far as losing sleep, but at the end of the day, we love it. Like this is what we wouldn't do anything else other than this, because making other people happy is something that a lot of business owners, we don't say it, but that's what we aim to do.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
we love, love, love seeing smiles and the reviews and things that people say. So it is something that I will say is something that I had to learn, or a sacrifice that I gave up, was time, and learning how to manage my time better.
I'll say that's the key too, is time management.
Yes.
That is that's thank you. Thank you for saying all of that, because we all have our different ex- experiences along our journey. So it's always good just to hear like how other entrepreneurs have, paved their way. And especially since we're all in different industries, I that's why I do this platform, or I have this platform, is so that people who are watching can glean from, a variety of women entrepreneurs, well, and men. I do have some men on too. Um, you know, to just get information that will resonate with them, because something that you said, it might resonate with somebody over, something that I said or somebody else said. So
Yes.
I love it. So let's talk about this giveaway though. How should we do it? Should we do it by the number of people who share this video out, or how do you want to do it?
I was gonna say, how do you usually do? How many people share the video?
I do. Yeah,
Okay.
yes. If they share it, either how many people share or who tags the most. But we can do shares. That's cool.
Okay.
And then that
So
way we can get the word out.
yes, and that is definitely what we want to do for both sides, is get the word out. So I think that's the best way to do it. I think we will do um two different things. For the person who shares the most, we will give you a free yoni steam. Or if you're a man, since Leonie Spa does steam men, you definitely are able to get into that
Wait a
action
minute.
as well.
Pause there for 1 second. Because like I know what, like, where the steam goes
Uh-huh.
on the women. So I mean, it's for men too. I mean, it goes in
It's
their
not the
structure.
same herbs, but
Oh,
it is a little bit, it's structured a little bit different. The holes are a little bit
okay.
different, or the way we position it is different, but they do put everything in the pot, and the anus is directly where the steam goes inside. Because that's where the men's prostate is. That's where erectile dysfunction and the cancer and all the different things that go along with male health, it goes into the rectum. So, and a lot of men definitely deal with hemorrhoids, and they don't speak up about it, but they do. And this is a way to relieve hemorrhoids as well,
In men.
men and women.
Well, yeah,
Yes.
girl, I had no idea that men had. Well, I knew prostate and all those things, but my locks are blown. If they can
Yes.
come off, they'll be blown. Wow, wow, wow. And so I'm sure there are many others. I'm sure y'all out there didn't know that either. So
Yes.
this was a tip. Okay, so a free yoni spa, and then was there something else? Or was that it?
So free yoni steam or a male steam. And then
Okay.
if that is something that you're not interested in, I will definitely be interested in filing your DBA or your
Okay.
LLC for you. If you are ready to start your business, let me go ahead and give that to you and give you your business for the year 2021. Let's start off fresh, let's start off new. And so I'm looking to see who will be the number one share and who we can see will get that steam or get that business started.
Love it. And then I will put those instructions as well in the comments so people can remember if you share or tag, you can either get this or this, whoever shares the most.
Okay.
And then I will close it. Let's see. So it is 6:30. I'll give them 24 hours.
Okay,
So
that
tomorrow
works.
at 7 p.m. I will look and then we can look together because some people might share on your page or share from your page. So I will give you my tally and then we can talk and then see who our winner is and then we can
Okay.
announce it. Yeah, well, I'm excited. Well, congratulations already to whoever's going to be our winner because I'm
Yay.
sure the products will change your life. And then also it's just amazing to have this resource if you are wanting to start your business and to really like if you're serious about it because we know that there are a lot of people who just say yeah I'm in business, but when you really get your papers together that's when you are
Hmm.
really in
In
business. so
business.
that's
Yes.
so that's important. So thank you for offering that, Tre Chelle, and it was amazing speaking with you, lady, and just meeting you, like, and
Yes,
this will not be the
ma'am.
end because like I'm already thinking of different events and things that I want to ask you to come speak at because you are just
Okay.
amazing. So yes, we will. This will not be the end of our conversation. And then, if anybody has any questions, let me just go to the comments really quickly. I know. I think somebody. Let me see. Miss Clark said, "Good night, ladies. Good night, Miss Clark. Thank you for
Good
joining."
night.
We had 10 shares already, so that is awesome. Thank you guys for sharing. Okay, so you have 24 hours to share this out to all of your men and women who will benefit, I'm sure, from just a natural yoni steam for men or for women. And then also, definitely, if you are wanting to start your business, share this out so that you can get you some help with the LLC and DBA for free
Yes,
or
for
no?
free.
For free, girl.
Yes.
Y'all better hop on this. So,
No
well, thank
filing
you.
costs.
Wow. And like LegalZoom and them, they would charge like at least a couple of
A
$100.
couple.
And then,
Yes.
yes. And then it's somebody who you don't even know if they're legit or not. So, this is definitely a blessing. So again, thank you, Tre Chelle. Many blessings on your business. I think you're amazing and you're doing an awesome work out here in your purpose, and just keep being an inspiration to other women entrepreneurs because you're killing it and I love it, and I look forward to working with you in the future very soon. Oh wait, I can't hear you. Hold on. Did it go? Let me see. Did you freeze?
Can you hear me
Oh
now?
wait. Yes, I can hear you
Yes.
now.
Okay.
Okay.
I said that I'm grateful that you brought me on here to even let me be a part of this here today. And I look forward to speaking with you again.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, thank you. And then guys, thank you again for joining us. Thank you for sharing. And I will see you next Tuesday. Peace, love, and God bless.
Bye
Bye.
bye.